Happy Sunday, everybody. Mark here at Gilbo Realty. We're going to review some homes today that are still in the market on Zillow. These are MLS listed with real tours. And we're going to go through some of these. There's a lot of homes sitting on the market in the villages. If I went into Zillow and I changed a couple things here, if I went down into days on Zillow, if I put it to 90 days, there's about 280 homes out of the 427, give or take. It's probably more than that because there's some areas of the villages that the Zillow blue map or blue line doesn't cover. There's 280 something that have been on the market for over 90 days. Okay. But let's go to some of the homes I have saved. Okay. And you can take a look at some of the situations. One of the biggest scenarios that I'm seeing are someone trying to buy it and then putting it on the market real quick, flip it, trying to make money. Probably not a good time to be doing any of that right now. I think if you're an investor and you're trying to flip to make a quick profit, you're going to lose your tail. Don't recommend that at all. Number two, people that bought within probably the middle of 2022 or later, trying to resell now and inflating their price to try to cover their commission and their overinflated purchase price that they paid in 2022. I see that a lot. You're going to see some examples here that I'm going to show you that are those two examples mostly. So let's look here. This is a house on Barrel Loop. I think I may have shown this one before for $375. It's a nice house. It's got nice landscaping. It's a good layout. Nice open style. It's very well maintained. Okay. It's a block and stucco, which is nice. And it says here 3 miles of brown wood and paddock. So here we go. So if we look, they've had this on the market a long time. Now, they put this on the market back in July of last year for $420. Supposedly, they had a pending sale. Looks like they may have. And then it went back on the market on September of 2023 for the same price, $419. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. For $410, a 2% drop. Now, maybe somebody backed out. Maybe they did a home inspection, whatever. We don't know the reason, so we're not even going to think about it. So I'll put it back on the market September for $410, October $399, February of this year $395, March 16th $385, March 22nd $375 at $241 a square foot. So what you have is you're always playing catch up in some of these scenarios, always playing catch up. And if your realtor isn't watching the market every single step of the way and where houses are being priced, let me give you an example of what I do. If I list somebody's house, and I'm hoping agents are listening, if I list somebody's house, the first thing I do is go in to MLS, I create a search around that house within, let's say, a mile radius, 2 mile radius. In the villages, I would probably do a mile radius, not even. But any house that has been listed or sold, okay, within the last day, it's going to send it to me immediately. And I can even break that down by style, by model. Okay, so I'll see everything that comes through on a daily basis on your house, and I can say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, we have 2 new homes that came in the market in the last couple of days. We have another sale that just sold, pretty much same style, a little bit bigger square foot, sold for $350, lower than what we're asking for your house. Okay, just giving you some ideas, just giving you some information that this is where everything's falling. And then eventually what happens, especially after you had this, like this house has been on for a long time, you will have a record, a track record of what's going on with prices. Now, I do that for myself. I do that so I can keep track of my client's property. I know where I have to be. I want to be ahead of the price drops in this kind of market. Now, 2020, 21, and 22 were simple because everybody was way overpaying for all these properties. So if I put a house on the market for $300, I get a cash offer for $400 out of stupidity, okay, because people are all freaking out about buying a house. And, cash right off the bat. And those people today are most likely underwater or very break even. But in that kind of market where everything's ramping up really quick, I don't have to be so worrisome about what everything's selling for because everything's already selling overpriced. Today, it's a different story. As a realtor, I have to make sure And I am in front of the price drops. Okay, when I see a price drop, or if I know one's coming, or I see where the market's going, I have to be able to notify my clients ahead of time that this is happening. Okay, and if I'm working with buyers, I want to know if this is going to be happening ahead of time. If you're an agent and you're not full time, you're not looking at price changes, you're not looking at sold inventory on a daily basis, you're not looking at new listings on a daily basis, you're probably not doing your job, and you're going to probably disappoint your seller and your buyers trying to find them a home, or they're going to overpay if you're representing a buyer, right? So that's one thing I just want to reiterate is that you have to keep an eye on the market on a daily basis as an agent. And buyers and sellers, you have to make sure as well, and it's probably a question you ask your agent, do you keep an eye on the market? What's going on? Or have them send you that search I just mentioned on your house. Please set up a search around my house within a mile radius. I want to know what's going to be sold or newly listed within the last 24 hours. That way you can keep track of what they do too. So you're ahead of the game as well. Okay? But this house here is down to 375, so it's taking a pretty good, price cut. 420, 375, 45K. It's down to 241 a square foot. I like this house. It's a nice home. But again, prices are coming down. The longer this home sits on the market, the more people are going to think there's a problem with it. And now we're approaching, in the next month and a half, we're in the peak of village sales. So how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to be aggressive outside of peak, or do you want to be aggressive inside of peak? That's what you have to decide as a seller. Okay, Kelmscott Street just had a $500 drop on 316. Exceptional beauty in the Villages of St. James, Sawgrass Villa. Nice. I think they put some money into this. No bond, so that's nice. No law maintenance. Move-in ready. Most furniture included if you want it. Laminate flooring. And we're going to go through some pictures. Okay. Now, look at this. Sold on 2/17/2022, which was almost the peak of the Villages sales. They listed this in February of this year for $339, 23% above their purchase price. Changed the price on 3/6 3 weeks later to $329 from $339. Changed it again on 3/16 10 days later to $329 $400, that $500 drop to $285 a square foot. Now, I've told everybody before in the past, they bought pretty much at the peak. Now, if they bought here and they tried to sell it over here, I think they would be okay. But now they're on that downward spiral. And they'll probably end up breaking even or losing money on this transaction when it's all said and done, just because of where they bought. The Janus Way, $499.9. It's a big house, 2,000 square foot, 4-bed, 2-bath, French doors. Let's see what we got here. Located between Brownwood Paddock Square and Sawgrass Grove. Nice, good area. Mongolia Plaza is a little bit away. It's a Putnam model in the village of Linden. Okay? Got a bunch of saves, bunch of views, 70 saves. So this house is obviously appealing to some people. But let's take a look at this. Now, they bought this house last April, not even a year ago, for $442. They paid $130,000 more than the person who bought it in 4/22/2021. So now they bought it for 4/24/2023 for $441. They relisted it this January $499. Pending sale $499. Somehow or other it went back on the market and is now at $499.9 again, sitting on the market, going on a month later, exactly almost. So, again, if you bought in these areas, you bought it on the downtrend of the Villages, no matter how much you want to try to get above what you paid, it's going to be very hard. By the time you get done, again, with commissions on, 5% of 500 grand is $25,000. You're down to $475. You paid $440. When you get down to that $460 list price, if it happens, you're losing money. Okay. So, anyways, there's another one. Hey, it's a nice looking home. If we look at this place, it's got upgraded landscaping. It's got vinyl siding. It's got a well laid out manicured front. It's got nice crown molding. It's pretty. It's got nice floors. It's got a beautiful open layout. Nice kitchen. Very pretty. So, and you can tell somebody lives here full time. You can always tell by the closets, right? So this is a nice home. Hopefully they'll be able to sell it and get what they need to be able to get out of it. And all right, let's do another one. Okay, Atala Ave, 1392, 3 beds, 2 bath, 1,392 square feet. Welcome to your dream home in the village of Fenny. 3 bed, 2 bath, sun-kissed 3. Home boasts an abundance of features. Master suite is designed for comfort and privacy. I like that. 22 says 2 days on Zillow. Let's take a look at that. So, well, this one's going to hurt, folks. I can already see it. So this sold last April 2023 for $330. They put it back on the market 2 days ago this month. $349. They're already paying a realtor, let's just say 5%. There's 17 grand. Okay, they're not making any money. They're just breaking even at $330. They're going to lose money in this deal. Again, we don't know the scenario, but I'm just saying this is another prime example of what's going on in the villages. Anybody who bought within the last year and a half, 2 years, they're going to be potentially upside down unless they sunk a bunch of bucks into these homes to update them and got a discount when they buy. So I always said to my investors, especially new ones, always liked helping new investors. You know, you make all your money when you buy. You always do. So if you're going to buy a house, and if you think you're going to make all your money because you're going to throw 100 grand into it, you're wrong. That's not how it works, because a kitchen is dollar for dollar, a bathroom's dollar for dollar. Windows, if you replace all your windows in your house, you lose money. You don't get dollar for dollar. So you have to be very careful. When you rehab a house, you're going to rehab in the hopes that you're going to get a certain price, so that the price you purchased that home at made you profit. Cape Court, it's a nice home. Got a golf cart garage as well. I like the garage doors. They have windows in it. Makes a difference. Nice driveway. It's a vinyl sided. It's got the wall behind it. Okay, remember that you have extra privacy there. Bigger yard too. So if you got a dog, it's a nice for a dog. Granite countertops by the looks of it. I like this little desk in the kitchen. I like that. That's cool. Deep sink, under counter. Okay. I do think that, let me give you advice on photos. Okay. Photos always need to be wide angle lensed. This is a prime example of using a camera or a lens that is not wide angled, so you really can't get an idea of how big this room is. That's kind of what happens. And typically what you want to try to do is get, with a wide angle lens, the wall over here that you can't see, the edge of it, and this wall over here that you can't see. So this room would be that much bigger in your camera with a wide angle lens. I have a really nice wide angle lens that I use for my photos, so my really nice homes. It really does make a difference. And you will see professional photographers, they're using full mirror cameras, they're using wide angle lenses. They're very good at editing these photos and know what to take. This is not a good photo right here, even though it shows the length of a room. I would probably try to find a different route. So photos could be much better. Again, you know, some of these could be better. Garage is 2 car plus golf cart. Let's see where we're at. It's got solar. Okay, that's interesting. All right. So they're asking what? $340, $1,426. They just took a 10 grand discount on $324. Built in 2019. Right now it's sitting at $238 a square foot. And that's actually not a bad price, considering where other things have been falling. But if you look, this one's going to hurt. I can already see it. Bought in 12/23/2022 for $355. They've listed it for $399, $385. They removed it in January of this year, put it back on for $385. Marked it down to $359, $355. Listing removed again. These are little things realtors do to hide that data, but it doesn't work on Zillow. March 355, 350 down to 340, 238 a square foot. So they paid, like we looked, man, 355. They're down to 340, and they haven't even paid realtor commission yet, which can be 15 grand. So they lost a lot of money in this. There's that, that peak pricing again. They bought on the downturn. Okay. Unfortunately, it's hopefully they can get out of it with the least amount of losses possible. Hopefully they pay cash. Hopefully they don't have a loan sitting out there when they have to come up with a bunch of cash. But, it is what it is. Cape Court, if you're looking for a house with a big backyard with a fenced-in backyard. Fenced backyard. That's kind of nice. And it also has a golf cart. And it has solar power, by the way, folks. Okay, let's go to another one. Sarah Kinnis Path, The Villages. 3 beds, 2 bath, 1,900 square foot. Just took a $50K price drop on 212. Down to $417 a square foot. Welcome home is beautiful designer home with privacy and water views. The home is nestled in the perfect location, minutes to amenities. Entering, she greeted. Okay. Doesn't tell me what village it's in. Sorry, folks. And I don't really have a lot of time to go through all these and look up all the little information all the time. But anyways, they bought this again, 2022 for $769, listed it for $850 this January. Now they're down to $799, a $50K price cut. So by the time they get paid commission, 5%, here's what, $40K? You're down to $760. They're already losing money. So there you go. A beautiful driveway. It's a nice home, nice landscaping. Very well maintained, you can tell. It does have some water views across the street. Is this the one with a pool? Let's take a look. Yes. I remember this one. I remember. My man from Michigan, you were looking for one with the pool. You know who you are. This one, I think this may be one of the ones you were looking at. It was at $850. Now it's down to $799. We were talking about this one, I think, on the phone. So this is a pool with a water view behind it across the street. This is a nice home. Very well maintained. But it goes to show again that this home, a year and a half ago, it would have been gone off the market pretty quick. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, really, really quick. Okay? But, well, let's look at another one. It's a nice house, but $50K off, still hasn't sold yet. And how long has it been on the market? Since January. And they bought it 2 years ago. So, hopefully they can sell it. Let's go to another one. Okay, Tate Terrace, The Villages, 335, 2 beds, 2 bath, 1204. Took a $5K price cut on February 27th, right before the prime busy season. One thing I also want everybody to keep in mind, this is busy season right now. And a lot of these homes are sitting on the market. So, where are we? Topaz model, 2 bed, 2 bath, patio villa, obviously. Gas range, not electric. The Village of Hawkins. Good area. Nice place, close to shopping. Near Sawgrass, near Citrus Grove. So let's take a look and see what's going on with this house. Sold in that 5/18/2022. This one's going to hurt. Unfortunately, $329 they bought it for in May of 2024. May of 2022. Listed it in January for $350. February $340. February 27th, $335. Have not seen a price discount in a month. So they're already losing money on this sale. And let's hope they can get out of it. It's a nice home. I actually like this style home. This has the birdcage on the side too. It's got extra space to sit out and hang out. It's a nice home. Okay. Basic countertops. You're on a corner lot. A little bit bigger. Okay. But it is a good location. So anybody looking for a house in, where's this? Village of Hawkins. Take a look at this one. It's at $278 a square foot. And it's been on the market for a little while. So maybe you can get a little bit better deal. Maybe. So let's look at another one. Let's take a look. Valmont Lane, the Villages, 489.9, 1,956 square feet, big house. 3 beds, 2 bath, currently sitting at 250 a square foot. As I've been saying, that 250 a square foot is being challenged all over the place, more and more and more. I would say 250 a square foot. If you're selling at that price, you're getting lucky, currently in existing homes. Except for the ones that have remote, great views, pool, stuff like that. But this is a nice home, very big layout. I like the cabinets; they're different. I like the eat-in kitchen. They also have this little eat-in. I like the vaulted primary room. I like the big counters with the nice cabinets in the bathroom. Okay, very pretty. Vinyl siding, not stucco. So, let's take a look. Built in 2014. Okay, so what is going on with this? You already know what I'm going to say. It was sold in September 2022. So, what do we know about 2022? I've been saying it for months. It's the peak of the Villages. They bought this home for $475. They're down to $489, and they just price changed it back on March 13th, 11 days ago. And even if they sold today at 5% commission, that's 20 grand, another hundreds, another 5. So 25 grand. They're already down to 460. So they lost money already in this property, unfortunately. So again, if you are buying in the Villages, you have to be careful what you're paying. Make sure you pick a realtor, especially when you're buying, that is aware of what's going on with pricing. If you have a realtor who is denying that prices are coming down, I highly recommend you get somebody else. Fieldbrook Way. This is a pretty house too. It's right here in this map. I like the landscaping. A pretty palm. Isn't that pretty? All right. Nice view. This is all fake furniture. They have a very big lanai. Very big. Do you see what a wide-angled lens does to a room? Okay. See how the difference is? I could actually get a full view of this room. Get a general idea how big it is, including this one. See how he's taken, or she's taking from here to here, over here, and in this wall. I'm getting a much wider angle and a better idea of how big this bedroom is. Nice entryway. Vaulted ceilings walking in. Now, I'm not really sure if that's... It doesn't really say. I don't know what kind of flooring that is. Is that hardwood floors? Can't see it. I don't want to say yes because, they have so many different floors. I'm just not close enough. But this is a very nice home. I love the lanai. It's pretty. Nice layout. I love the walk-in showers. Just basic countertops, too. Just keep an eye on that. Okay. So what's the outside is stucco. Stucco siding. Let's see what's going on with this baby. So. Okay. They bought it in 2018 for $305. Thank God. They put it on the market for $485. Price changed it to $475. Price changed it to $465. Removed it like that was going to do anything during December 1st. Put it back on the market December 14th and still stuck at $464.5 at $250 a square foot. I'm not saying that this is a bad priced home. It's not. It's cheaper than the last house we just looked at. And it's stucco built. And it has a huge lanai. Now, maybe a little bit older. I'm not 100% we can go back and take a look at the other one, I think. So this one? Yeah. 214. So it's a couple years older than the previous one we just looked at. But it's priced better accordingly. 1956, a little bit bigger, this one, 489. 1863, 464. But I love the lanai. It's huge. Okay, so this is, again, homes are still sitting in this price range a little bit. You can tell things are slowing down. This is, again, prime season of the Villages. Let's look at another one. That was Fieldbrook Way. Okay, Isla Wild Way, ISLAWILD, 350. Price cut of $35K on 3.6. 1,500 square feet, 1,550, 3 beds, 2 bath. Built in 2012. Dramatic price drop. Attention savvy homebuyers. Golden app to take advantage of this high price reduction on a unique Seabreeze model. Okay, includes 1,500 square well-designed living space, brand new carpeting, Plantation shutters, complete with convenient island, extra seating during gatherings, privacy wall across the back of the property. Okay, walk-in closets, huge den. Okay, it doesn't really tell me much more about any kind of updates they've done. But let's see. So they bought this in 2012. They own it right. 175. Listed it for 440 in last November. And 110, 419, 29, 385. Now 36, 2024, 350. Ouch. 90K price drop. 227 a square foot, folks. Ooh. Wow. I feel bad for this owner, but the agent overpriced this possibly. But at the time, you know, when they did price it, you know, things were still okay. And sometimes you gotta, obviously you have to listen to the seller if you want to get the listing. They want to price it a certain way. It is what it is. But the good thing is they're marking it down, and they're going to get to the point eventually where people will hop in this house because it's got a nice view inside. Let's take a look. Nice open layout. Basic countertops. It's empty. Yeah. Basic counter. It's okay. You can tell it's maintained. So, what is this one? Isla Wild Way. If you're looking for a home, 1,500 square foot home for around 350, 227 a square foot. I do like the style look of this. I do like the look. It is vinyl siding, not stucco. But, you know, you can tell by looking at some of these homes that prices are coming down, right? I think we can all tell. And if you're dealing with a realtor that doesn't really understand pricing, or they're not full-time, they're not dealing in this market all the time, they're not looking at pricing all the time, it really is going to make a difference on what you get for your house. The last thing you want is to list your house for sale, be the highest one on the street. Or be the highest one in an area, because people know they're not stupid. All right, they can look at videos like mine and they can see that, okay, all these prices are coming down. Are there going to be sporadic homes through the villages that do sell at a pretty good price? Yeah, sporadic, but I can find way more of these homes than I can the ones that sold at $285, $300 a square foot. Okay, I'm not saying that's not happening, but that's the case. Now, the villages, luckily for them, a lot of the inventory is stuck with the VLS. They don't show all these price discounts. So you don't have a clue what's going on over there with pricing unless you favorite a property and then you keep an eye on the pricing. Thank you so much for watching, folks. Please like and subscribe below. Tomorrow I'm supposed to get my MLS access to the villages area down there. So it's taking a while to get. I'm surprised. But I'm supposed to have it tomorrow. I'll be able to do some new videos. I'll be able to set up searches for people. We're bringing on realtors. So we'll be able to do a full-fledged brokerage help for sellers and buyers here coming up very soon. So if you're looking to buy or sell in the villages, you want some help, you definitely want to be set up on the MLS searches and definitely know what's going on there. And we also have our website being updated with the village, this area's MLS listings. So that's going to be happening as well at gilborealty.com. So we have a bunch of stuff coming in the future here, the near future, and we can't wait to help you out if you need it. So anyways, have a great day. Enjoy your Sunday. Have a cup of coffee. Go have a drink. And please post your comments down below, because when you post, everybody learns. Have a good day.